So let me tell you about Antifa. So here in conservative dumb hell, even saying that word, it'll probably have them doing some sort of hack exploitation on everything. And then they'll sit around being pedophile psychopaths, blaming the victim of the exploitation. But yeah, the Antifa. One of the things about them is that nobody really kind of controls them at all. So if you people thought that the Democrats would be able to control them and shit, you know, they kind of do their own thing. They do. And that as you like weird conservatives start going around acting like you guys are being hard on pedophiles and stuff, they'll probably just start exposing all of your guys' religious leaders, all of your guys' political leaders, all of your guys' corporate leaders that are all conservatives, and they'll probably start blatantly shoving it in front of everybody's fucking face. So if Ted Cruz wants to circle little things on a fucking whiteboard about it, just remember that his little weekly little world is kind of duggery also. And that he should just remember that if he's just going to go around and piss people off like all the other stupid fucking pedophiles, that the Antifa world gets a whole lot of enjoyment out of exposing all of you pedophiles everywhere. They basically, it's like, you guys pissed off all those military guys. They don't give a fuck about exposing all of you. They don't give a fuck at all. And you guys pissed off a bunch of prostitutes and shit. And they don't give a fuck either. And then you guys pissed off a bunch of feminist chicks and shit everywhere, a bunch of gays, and they don't give a fuck either. And so basically, the only kind of control that you can kind of get out of all those people is essentially just, getting them to coalesce and to be outing all of these hypocritical fucking weird fucks that sit there talking backwards about pedophilia all fucking day. Okay? And so that's essentially where there's somewhat of like, it would be like an emerging sub-party to the liberal world that essentially is coalescing around one issue: pedophilia. And that they're pretty much their enjoyment that they get out of exposing people who think that their little pedophilia is secret all over the place and shit. They get so much damn enjoyment out of it that it's like these dumb hackers with these cops over here, okay? It is. The dumb hackers with the cops who love to show how fucking stupid those people are. And they love to broadcast them and shit. And that's essentially where there's kind of a different world emerging, which is basically where if you people are going to sit around and be pedophiles and think that behind the scenes that you can be a pedophile and then all of a sudden come out of some veil and act like Mr. Pedo Hunters and stuff like that, just remember that they'll get increasingly lots of enjoyment out of exposing you people. They will. It'll become the next ultimate fucking stupid. It will. And that it'll be meant to be shoving in the political leaders that aren't pedophiles. It'll be meant to be shoving in their face how fucking horrible those fucking psychopaths get. And that it'll be meant to be toppling all of the Congress people and all the senators and shit that do that stuff. And that they'll be shoving it in front. They know how to hack lots of things. And that they'll be attempting, since all you Republicans always have some side super PAC phone, they'll be shoving it on that shit. They will. They know how to shove that stuff on your guys' little secret super PAC iPads and all that shit. And that they'll be blatantly showing them eventually, and they'll be broadcasting everybody's like, here's what it'll be. Here's like a what if. Like, here's like maybe Mitch McConnell, since he's probably going to be the Senate leader, probably. And essentially like They'll online in the dark web, they'll have two screens. They'll be blatantly showing like what like Ted Cruz or somebody like that is doing. And then they'll also be showing Ted Cruz that they're showing somebody else. And then they'll be showing his expression on seeing stuff that he would have viewed as being secret and shit. And that's the kind of shit that if you people are gonna like harden the whole, you guys hardened the whole world of pedophilia and exploitation of children, and that those people that are not in tea parties, those people are going to increasingly get lots of money to be watching that stuff. They're going to be exploiting all of you pedophiles in lots of different ways until you people fuck off. And that's pretty much what's going to come of that, is that if you people sit around exploiting people and acting like it would be normal, then they'll sit around exploiting pedophiles and act like it's normal. And that there's not really a whole lot that the Democrats can do about that. I mean, in reality, those people, I mean, they're kind of, they'll be taking a logical kind of stance on it. They'll be like, these people are blatantly victimizing people, blatantly victimizing children, and then they'll just wonder why anybody would want them to stop exposing people that are being victimized. And that'll be a hard argument to talk against. And so that's what it's going to come of. I mean, they already build lists of everybody that they find being a pedophile, and they already shove everybody's stuff on this open pedo nation that you conservatives think is all secret and shit. And it's not. It's the pedophile listing site. It is. And it's basically open to all people that aren't pedophiles on dark web. And so, oh yeah, they have a whole psych op making you all think that it's secure so you guys don't run and stuff. I mean, this is like where they'll want you all to run. They will. They'll want to follow you all around. They'll want to torture all of you in speakers. They'll want to do what you guys do to your guys' victims at all of you. They'll want to manipulate all of you into getting speakers like you guys do with the parents and the children and shit. They'll be figuring out ways and weird kind of mission off ways of clandestine to be getting you people. If you don't already have that stuff, they'll be looking to get you people with that shit. And then they'll be looking to do exactly what your guys' little ART victim watch system of the arm of the man kind of stuff that you guys, when you guys abuse a child, then you guys want to be the ones that bring the child up in the world or something. And then you guys like basically they outfit them with speakers, and then they start like being a sick, gross fucking pedo sealer VR sloth. And then they become obsessed with VR slothing, and then they're just sitting there interacting with their gross little pedo child. I mean, that's like what it is. It's some gross, sick shit that you people think is some sort of normalized, like, you guys view it as some normalized societal way, that the way things have been since the projects and stuff, where the abusers have to bring the victim up in the world and stuff. And in the end, the litmus test for that, you all failed. You all failed. So, there's a theoretical idea that you guys all started in the 1980s, and that then, since you people seem to not like be doing what you guys claim that you guys will do, then that basically ruins your guys' like man arm respect world of ART and all that, like making them rich or powerful later on in life kind of shit. You guys didn't do that. And so that fucking dumb little horrible sociopathic idea isn't going to be accepted, and then they're just going to be like Basically, they'll just be victimizing all of you all the time until you guys fuck off from all of your victims, and that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna victimize the fuck out of all of you until you people fuck off. And then that's where, if you guys don't like it, if you guys have some Donald Trump fucking theory about Antifa, just remember that all you people will be doing is going after people that are looking around and finding real victims and doing what you all claim to do in your guys' little pedo Christ fucking seedy cults and shit. And then all you people do is hide them. All you people do is groom them. All you people do is get infatuated about them. And then you guys turn into gross little weird fucks about them. And so they won't. And just remember that, I'm not ever going to give a fuck. I want that. I want that more than anybody in this whole fucking world. I want, even if one stupid fuck ever touched my kid's fucking dick, I will want that fuck to be screaming at a cop to arrest him and to be thrown him in a fucking prison. That's what I want. And then if he has a little IT world or something that has a bunch of cybersecurity, I want all of it just broken down in all fucking ways just to make his life hell. And so that's how I feel about people doing that type of idea to my kid. And that then when it comes to the little swinger cult that was living in my townhouse complex, I want all those people to literally just be swinged up their ass over and over and over and over and over and over for setting up a fucking child fucking abduction moment right in front of my fucking eyes as some sort of fucking mockery to my protectiveness of my son. That's what kind of psychos those people were. They were sitting there voyeuring on our house and shit. And they're broadcasting it. And so stupid fucking pedophiles that do that shit. See, this is what it is. It's like here, I sit here unleashing all my research, all the stuff that I found, all this stuff. And that then, all I get from people who should care, where is our proof? Where is our proof? The proof is me seeing it. The proof is a loving father that cares more about his son than anything in the world. Why are you people so apprehensive? Why are you people seemingly getting in the way of what should be probably people questioning the child? And why do you guys have a groomer that see, you people have no fucking clue that if you people groomed Lena on these dumb retarded ideas of being crazy and shit about me, just remember that that's all part of it too. That's all part of your guys' stupid little plans and shit. I know that. See, there's nothing it's gonna ever change the reality of her going into that bathroom downstairs. A little green truck showed up. And her handing something out that window. Nothing's gonna change what I see. Nothing's gonna change what I remember. Nothing's gonna change the reality of wake up, wife. What were you doing in there? Why was the green truck from the street over pulling up to our... And you see that there's something that the rest of you will probably want to call me crazy about. And that then deep down inside, she won't be able to, not deny her expressions about that stuff. And then you guys will be blatantly talking stuff that she won't tell any of you about. But if you people are going to say that I'm lying, she knows that I'm not lying. And so, deep down, all of you that don't have custody of my son, she does. Her opinion matters. And that if you guys are going to tell her that something isn't real, that she knows 100% is real. Just like me coming in going, I think somebody just tried to abduct our son. and that she wasn't standing there. Okay? And yeah, I know what the dynamic makeup of an integrated swinger club is. And yeah, the whole idea is that the things that I was doing around there, I didn't want to freak out the little woman who lives in a complete denial about some sort of safety about our child. She lives in a complete denial in ways about some sort of magical ability to be keeping him from being. She lives in a naive denial about it. And like I say, when I found people that had direct access to his fucking iPad, sitting there whacking off and having nudie pictures of him and shit, those people, that's exploitation. And then I start to wonder, what kind of interactions on those computers has he had since I seen him at 5 years old? What type of online grooming groups were engulfing around him? What type of denial comes from her stupid new husband? What kind of denials? What kind of world does he dark web the stuff for extra cybersecurity? See, I have more cybersecurity than anybody on dark web. Man, I don't dark web my devices. See, it's a lot easier for child pedophiles to be doing exploitations and voyeurings on dark webs. I'm sure he'll talk against that, won't he? No, he's probably at work, probably being some gross avatar, probably.